Hi everybody and welcome. Welcome. This is BellaHoot. We provide the dip powders and the nail strips and the water decals and stickers for your nails. So when you jump on, go ahead and comment and let me know where you are watching from. I'm going to have to turn this on my phone so that I can see the comments. So again, once you jump on, go ahead and in the comment section, comment your state. And also go ahead and let me know if you have ever tried our dip powders before. Hey Marianne. She is in Bedford. Is that Bedford, Virginia? All right, so I am going to go ahead and get this shared out. All right. Woohoo. Give me just 1 second, y'all. I'm going to show y'all the, okay. Now I got it shared. All right. Hey, Lisa. How are you? I'm hot. I'm going to be taking off one of the colors I already have, which is our thermal color. And as y'all can see right now, it's kind of a faded color. And that is because I am hot. Okay? I do have some cold water, so I'm going to show y'all how it changes colors. But this is the color we're going to remove. So I'm going to walk you through the removal of our dip powder. And then I'm going to walk you through how to apply the dip powder and using our nail strips. So the color we're going to use tonight is going to be taffy in our dip powder. And then we're going to be using the sheer vinyl. I done forgot the name of this. I'm doing good, Lisa. The sheer vinyl dress, I think is what it's called. Red dress. Sheer vinyl red dress. So these are the two combos we're going to use. Ultimately, our look is going to be this look. Okay? But I did want to walk y'all through the removal process. So again, once you jump on, if you could go ahead and comment below what state you are in so that we know where everybody is watching from. So we are going to remove this color. You see how light it is? I have a little bowl here of some cold water, so I'm just going to stick my hand in it because I want to show y'all how cool our thermal powders are. Hey, Linda. And see how it just turned? So those are our thermal powders, dip powders. They are so much fun. And then I'm hot, so it's going to turn back to the lighter color. So when it's cold, it's the dark color. So it's pretty amazing. Allow some more people to jump on. And then, oops, I needed to... Oh, I don't even know what language that just typed in. But it wasn't mine. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. If you are looking to purchase, please get with your consultant to purchase. And again, the color we're using tonight in the dip powder is called Taffy. And then this is called the Sheer Red Dress. But we're actually, it is on the website under the Valentine Day items. And it's going to be called Dipped in Desire is the name of the set that we're using tonight. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I am actually going to turn my camera around so that I can point y'all down so that y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so So with further ado, let's go ahead. I'm going to black y'all out for just a minute so I can turn you around. Okay. Let me just, oops, a second here. All right, just so y'all can see my little table. All right, don't mind the paper towel wadded up here. All right, and then I got my phone so I can see comments. So the way that we remove, and again, we're going to be removing, this dip powder. Okay, so just again, just to show y'all, this is our thermal dip powder, and it is called Shifting C. So y'all just seen what it looked like hot. And just to show you, that is what it looks like cold. So whenever it gets cold, oh, thank you. Whenever it gets cold, it'll turn a darker color. When you're hot, or if you're around hot, then see how it's starting to change back. All right, so to remove our dip powder, what I have here is I have a little container of water, and I heated this up. Hey, Miss Christine. I heated this up in the microwave for about a minute. The baggie has nail polish remover. Now, here's the thing. You can put a paper towel in there. I usually don't, but heat it up to as hot as you can stand. So I'm going to stick my hand in here. This does not take long to remove this powder dip, okay? And what I do is, see how I'm moving my hand around? I'm just moving my hand over the tip of my fingers. And that's all I'm doing. So it generally just takes a couple of minutes. How are you doing, Miss Christine? So with our dip powder, you can buy a starter set for $25. Most of you know if you go to a salon and get this done, it costs you anywhere between $30 and up. And you're usually there for a good, 2-4 hours. So the purpose of this is to show you how easy it is to do at home, as far as the removal process, the application process. And again, if you're interested in anything that we're showing tonight, please get with your consultant. If you do not have a consultant, then just comment below, need a consultant, and we will get with you. So what is the weather like where everybody's at? All right, so see how it's starting to come off? It's just that quick, y'all. Again, I heated the, hey, Christina. I heated the water up in this bowl. So this right here is the water, and in the baggie is the acetone. Let me show y'all what I'm using while I'm soaking. I am using this. Okay, and you can get this at Walmart, or you can order it off of Amazon. But again, I just rub the other finger over the nails until it's smooth. And that's way you know that it is off of your nails. And we are just about there. And y'all see how quick that was? And generally what I do, I know, right, Marianne? I mean, it's been horrible here in Georgia. Now, generally what I do when I'm removing my dip powder is, we haven't yet, but it's coming. I generally wash my hands after this to get the acetone off of my hands. But because we're doing the live video, and all of my powder dip is off, y'all. How long did that take? Did somebody time it? That was like, what, maybe 4 minutes, if that long? Okay. So again, I got all of the powder dip off of my nails. And like I said, normally I will wash my hands because the acetone will dry your nails out a little bit. Okay? I'm trying to figure out how to get y'all a little bit closer because it won't let me zoom in. But I'll hold it up. Okay, so don't look at my dried nails. Of course, right now we can't put anything over here. Hey, Carol. All right, so we have 3 steps to our powder dip. Okay, we have the base coat, the activator, and the top coat. This is a very easy system. Each step dries very quickly. So you're going to need your 3 steps. You're going to need your dip powder. You're going to need an orange stick. And you're going to need a file, a buffer, and a brush. All of which we sell on our site. Okay, so your first step, of course, is going to be your base coat. Now, you do not want to get any of this on your skin. So you want to stay away from your skin and away from your cuticle area as much as possible. So when you're using our bottles, use the inside of your bottle to wipe off excess, not the outside. Let me show y'all that again. See how I'm using the inside of the bottle, okay? And then you're going to, it's like painting your nails. So you're going to go as close to your cuticle, but don't touch it. And you're going to go in 3 swipes. So the first swipe, I didn't open up my powder dip. Hi, Gina. I always take the orange stick and stir it, y'all. So the first coat I do, I don't worry about if I missed anything. And hold your finger over and tap, okay? So now we're going to the second one. I do 3 coats. The first coat is my guide coat. The second coat is filling in the cuticle area and the sides. And you want to bring the bottle up at an angle, dip, leave in for 5 seconds, and tap off into the bottle. Okay, and same thing with this nail. We're just going to keep going. Now, of course, if you're not sitting here doing a video and talking, it doesn't take as long. And you want to have something down because you will probably spill a little bit of powder. And y'all, gosh, it's really showing how bad that acetone dried. Now, don't worry about that. You can put coconut oil in it. I didn't this time, and I usually wash my hands, like I said, and then use our cuticle oil. But I just didn't for the purpose of this video. And you can do this even if your nails are short. If your nails are short, you can apply our powder, our dip powder, to help strengthen your nail, and your nails will grow. And then what I do after that is I just take the brush and brush off this side. And then I brush off the nail bed. Get all that excess off, y'all. Okay? Now we can jump right into coat 2. So coat 2, I'm going to get any areas that I missed. So I'll go down the center. Go real good on the side. And remember, do not touch your skin. And if you do, that's where that orange stick will come in. So here's coat number 2. Okay, so that one's good. And again, I use the inside of my bottle to wipe. And we're going to get the sides really good. And just make sure you have an even coat. Bring the bottle up, dip, 5 seconds, tap off. Y'all, I'm so hot. My glasses are fogging up. The dip powder is my favorite. You can do so many things. Next week, I'm going to try and go live and do an Easter look. I know it's not Easter, but hey, if they can put Halloween and Christmas out together, I can do Valentine and Easter together. For those of you just jumping on, in the comments below, if you could let us know where you're watching from, and let us know if you've ever tried any of the BellaHoot products, or let us know if you are a consultant. Okay, this is the second dip. So again, I just take and brush off. See how quick this is, y'all? And don't worry about it. You're going to go over it with a file to get it all smooth. All right, this is my last dip, and then we can file it and get onto the nail strips. So, last coat, y'all. And again, my preference is just 3 coatings because I do file to smooth out the nail. That way I'm not really removing any of my powder or dip powder. Now y'all can see on this finger the tip kind of bubbled up a little bit, and it's because of the way I dipped it. All right. Well, congratulations, Gina. Gina just joined. She just signed up as a consultant. We have 2 kits to choose from. We have a $25 kit and we have a $100 kit. We have no fees, no quotas. Sign up for the discount, starting out at 25%. But once you start doing your nails and people start seeing your nails, they're going to start asking questions. So 9 times out of 10, you end up making the money. Okay, this is my last dip, y'all. All right, let's brush it off. And again, I don't worry about it too much because I'm going to do some filing. Put the lid on. And you do want to have something. I always brush off my bottle because I just do. We can screw this on. We're done with our base coat. So that was step 1. And then what I do is I take this and I just fold it around. So the next step is going to be our activator, and you want to put your activator on now. You don't have to be generous with it because this is what helps set it and dry. And I wipe and apply. Wipe and apply. Okay, we're going to give this just a second to dry while I catch up on some comments, and then we'll go into the filing. Then we'll do another coat of the activator and then a top coat. So here we go. We have North Miami Beach, Florida. Welcome, Christina from Florida. She tried the strip once, then signed under a friend as a consultant. We have Christina Atkins from North Carolina. She just joined as a consultant in November. Miss Wendy's in the house. She is one of our BellaHoot consultants in New York. And again, Gina just joined. She's from Virginia. And then, so Wendy, the dips will last they'll last about 2 weeks, and then you can do just a fill-in. So you can do just a fill-in if you want to keep the same color. But I don't recommend doing a fill-in no more than twice before you remove the dip powder completely. And we have Miss Carol from Guam. She's been with us since May of 2018. Miss Shawn just, okay, so that layer of activator. So what I do is I just file the top of it because it's going to be a little bit, well, it'll feel like you have sand on the top of it. That's why I do 3 coats. I don't recommend really doing any more than 3 coats, but you can if you want to. Okay, so I got that one smooth. And I also take the file and push down right here. I just didn't do that there. And just file and file. That way, if you have any like little lumps or whatever in your nails, you can file it out. Just file away until it's smooth. We do have a clear dip powder if you're wanting just to let your nails grow out. That's pretty awesome. And then you can also, you know, use the nail strips over them, because I'm going to show y'all tonight how to do that. Got that one smooth. You can, Christina, you can apply that. We also sell the nail tips. So you can apply nail tips and use the dip powder. And if you don't feel comfortable applying nail tips yourself, when we first started, what I did is I went to the salon. I had them apply the nail tip, and I requested them to use the clear dip powder over that nail tip. And then from that moment on, I just filled in my own. I have not been back to the salon since BellaHoot started. Okay, and then I just take this and I just make sure I brush it really good to get any dust off of the finger where I just filed. Like so. Okay, now we're going to put another coat of activator. I sometimes forget to wipe in between. And I'm only doing that so I don't okay, so we're done with the activator. So that was step 2. And we're going to let that dry for just a second. So there's so many things that you can do. We offer so many colors in the dip powders. We also have pigments that you can add to the dip powders, like glow-in-the-dark, glitters. We also have the thermal powder dip, which I just had on a few minutes ago and took off. All right, so now that our activator is dry, we're going to do the third and final step on the powder dip, which is the top coat. So you want to wipe it off. Your first coat of the top coat is you barely want to touch your nail. You just kind of want to get a coating on there. Wipe and do it again. And like I said, y'all, all of our steps dry pretty fast. So I'm barely touching my nails. And we'll give this just about 10 seconds or so to dry. And then we'll do the last coat of that. Yes, so you want to, what I do normally, and I didn't do it this time, Wendy, because I was just trying to move quickly. So it doesn't matter if you do or don't. But with our little buffer, you only want to use side 1 and side 2, because you don't want any shine to be on your nail. And of course, once you buff it out, you're going to want to use the alcohol wipe after you use our brush, which we sell these. You're going to want to use an alcohol wipe to make sure your nails are clean before you start doing that. But since I had mine straight from the acetone, I didn't worry about all that. All right, here's our final coat of our top coat. And again, this color here, if anybody is interested in just a dip powder, is called Taffy. I didn't wipe my brush. And the nail strip we're going to be using is sheer vinyl red dress. But now we do have this on our site under Valentine as a set, meaning that you get the dip powder and the nail strip. And it is called Dipped Desire, I think is the name of it. All right, so now we're done with this. We're going to let this dry. Hey, Dawn Marie. Yes, Gina, I do 2 coats. The first coat, I barely touch my nail. The second coat, I actually touch it as if I'm painting my nails. All right, we're going to move that. And then we're going to be putting in, these are sheer. Okay, so our sheer means it's going to show the colors that's shining through. Now, if you get with your consultant, you can get a sample, the Try Me Challenge, which you'll get 2 of these strips. You can paint your nails with your nail polish and then use one nail as an accent nail with one of our strips, and it is the Try Me Challenge, and see which one lasts longer. So this is the look we're going to end up with tonight. Okay, this is the Taffy. I love this color. It's kind of a neutral nude color. All right, since I already know which ones I'm going to use, we'll go ahead and cut these. Oop, trying to keep them in order here. And then I use that one on my thumb. So that leaves me 2 left over. So we have them right here in order that they're going to go on. Okay. So this is already dry. So with our nail strips, on all of our nail strips, except for the stickers, I think, there is a plastic. Watch me not be able to get, I can do this all day long. But as soon as I go live trying to do it, I can't get it. So you have to make sure to take that off. If you don't, the nail strip will not work. Now, normally what I do is I will place this up on my nail and I will measure it and cut it so I don't waste anything. But for the video purpose, I'm just going to rip it completely off because you can get more than one use out of this. So on this hand, I have the little point that way, but I'm just going to show you how you can actually use this on your nails and go in the other direction. So if you wanted to, you could place these like that to where that design is at the tip of your nail, okay? You could, but since I don't have my manicure scissors, I'm just going to have to continue to do what I was doing. So you want to place them on your nail bed. Make sure they're not touching your skin. I'm not that concerned if they're straight or not. And see how there's a little bit there? You can take and lift this up and pull it if you want to. And just pull it and it'll go over. But again, you don't want it touching your skin. Okay, and then I just make sure all the wrinkles, I just keep pushing and I make sure all the wrinkles are out. And then I personally just take my finger and just boom, it's off. Okay, and then we'll go here in a minute and we'll file the edges. So again, you want to take that sheer coating off. You can get more than one use out of these strips. Just for the sake of this live video, I'm just pulling the whole thing. So again, you want to line it up, making sure it's not touching your skin. The sheer, now if you have a clear sheer, It doesn't matter if it really matches fits your whole nail or not, because it's sheer and you're not going to be able to see. And I just make sure I rub out all the wrinkles, and boom, it's gone. Same thing, take the clear plastic off. Now I'll show y'all what I normally do. I'm going to use that one for that one and this one for this one. So what I normally do, so I don't waste all of this, take the clear coating off. I will place this up against my finger, like so. Take my other finger and kind of put a dent in the nail strip, and then I just kind of cut over it. That is actually enough to do your toenails. Or you could actually use that for just like a French look. Alright, so again, we're going to place this, making sure we're not touching skin. Now on this one, since it does have red, we want to make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. And get out all those little wrinkles to make it look smooth. And then you can take your file and in a downward motion, just not in a sawing motion, just in one motion going down. And that is another way you can get that excess off, and then just pull it off. Like so. So does anybody have any questions? I already took the thing off of this. All right. Let me put this one on. Like so. And that one is actually touching my nail. My skin. So I'm going to pull it up and move it over. And then just do that. Get the wrinkles out. And yes, I'm wasting a bunch tonight, but that's okay. And then I'll show you, I'm going to clean these up here in just a second. And this is the last one. So y'all see how quick that was. 3 coats of the dip powder and the nail strips. Now when you first start using these, it will take you a minute to learn all the process. And but that's okay, just keep practicing. And we can put that over that to give that design. Smooth out my wrinkles, and boom, they're gone. So now I just go through, make sure everything is smooth. Now you want to kind of do these at bedtime to allow time for your nail strip or whatever to adhere. Okay, I think I pretty much had a little bit on that one. And then we'll just do this one. Pretty cool. Yes, and Christina, you can also use if you want to use the nail strips on your natural nails, you can also soak your hand a little bit in acetone before you apply the nail strip to dry that nail bed out, and then wipe it with an alcohol pad. All right, so I did not bring my cuticle oil on, But what I'm going to do is take some lotion. And I'm just going to kind of go over to make it. And there you go. And that is my Valentine. Well, it's not my Valentine Day look because I'll be changing these out again next week. But there you go. That is our dip powder and a nail strip. How awesome is that? And again, you can get with your consultant to get a sample. All right, I am going to let me get y'all turned back around. I blacked you out for just a minute. Okay. Oh, close and personal. So there we go. That quick. That was very super duper fast, I think. Yeah, so just all you can do is just try it, Christina, because as y'all could see, when I removed the dip powder, it dried out around my nails and it dried my nail out real quick. Like I said, normally I put coconut oil in there and that helps for that, but I didn't do it tonight. And again, this is what I use to soak my nails, and they have this at Walmart, or you can also order this off of Amazon. So again, I'm going to just kind of go over, I did a thing of water, and in my Ziploc bag is my acetone. And I heated the water up in my microwave for about a minute, okay, if you can stand it that hot. Put it in there, and it took like maybe 3 minutes, and the dip powder was off. Normally, after I get the dip powder off, I wash my hands really, really good. I'll do our cuticle oil, because we sell the cuticle oil in all kinds of different flavors. But I'll do the cuticle oil and hand lotion, and I generally will do that and then just sleep overnight and let my nails kind of air dry overnight before I apply anything else. Then the next day I would we sell our 4-in-1 buffer, and I just use side number 1 and side number 2. So basically you're going to file your nail bed, and then you're going to smooth it, okay? And then I'll take our brush that we sell, and I brush off any dust, and then I take an alcohol pad and wipe over it. Then that's when I will either apply the nail strip or the dip powder. Yep, so again tonight, the set that we used is called Dipped in Desire. The colors that were used are taffy, dip powder, and then of course we used the vinyl sheer red dress. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions at all? I did not use the orange stick. So normally what you would do with the orange stick when you're doing the dip powders, if you get, and you can do this with your nail strips, if you get any on the skin, on your, you can just go real close to your skin and then just get it off with that. And we do the dip powder starter sets, which come with 3 colors, and it will also come with your 3 steps that you would need to do this, which is, let me turn this light off now, which is our base coat, our activator, and the top coat. You are welcome. You are so welcome. It is so important, though, can't stress this enough, to make sure that you take that clear coating, because all of the strips have it. You can see how shiny they are. Well, they're going to be shiny anyways, but just make sure you take that clear coating off that strip before you apply it, or it's not going to adhere correctly. We recommend that you do your manicure at night before bedtime, and that is just because you won't be tempted to do anything with the children or the husband or cook or do dishes. That way the nail strips have time to adhere while you're sleeping, or the dip powder. Well, the dip powder is right away, but still. So we do recommend doing them toward bedtime. And the nail strips and the dip powders, now I can only say for me, but they are going to last differently on everybody because everybody has different body chemicals. They have different nail beds, and they have different daily activities. All of that plays into factor on how long your nail strips and how long your dip powder will last. Now, I will say with the dip powder, once you put your 2 coats on, take the top coat and go back and do what is called a cap, which is just apply it here. Generally, what is common is you'll see chipping at the top and on the sides. But, again, for me, if I left them alone and didn't change it out, the dip powder will last about 2.5 weeks for me. Same thing with the nail strips. And you can put a clear top coat on the nail strip if you wanted to. But I do change mine out quite often because I am addicted to the products, and whenever we get something new, I want to try it. I want to see what it looks like. So there's that. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, you can use either, Christina, just make sure that you lightly buff and get the, wipe the oils away on your nail bed. That's going to be the key right there. All right, if you are interested, the BellaHoot corporate page, which is where you're at right now, does have a customer group that we just started. So if you'd like to join that group, all you would have to do once this live is over is scroll to where you see community listed on this page, and it'll show you the BellaHoot customer group that you can join. And that is where we, will also share some tips and tricks for the customers and a place where customers can share their photos of their, because some people don't like sharing it the first time they're doing it. But it's a place where we can also love on our customers as well. I have a huge problem with it, Stephanie. A huge problem. I currently have 37 of our dip powders, the colors. And I'll tell Michelle every time, this one is definitely my favorite. And then I'll go and do another one, and I'm like, this one is my favorite. So, yeah, they're all my favorite. But again, if you're interested in buying the look that we did tonight, it is called Dipped Desire. All right, so it should be under Valentine's Day. Get with your consultant to get your consultant's link to go and purchase this look. And again, it was the taffy dip powder and the sheer vinyl red dress is the look that we used tonight. Yeah, it's hard to pick one, so. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me this evening as I did my manicure, or finished up my manicure. And I will try and go live again next Monday with a different look. So watch out for the post to let you know that I will be live or not with a different. If you have a look that you would like for us to try and recreate, just message the page with that look, and we will try our best to get that look done. Thank you, Christina. My nails were very short not too long ago, but I just keep the dip powder on it because it makes them strong. But y'all have a great night, and we will see you next week. Thank you, everybody.